Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever, whenever that you may be tuning in. This is Yonks, and this is another live stream here on AIagents.box. And yes, this is now day 64 of our 180-day live stream challenge. And this is our fourth or our sixth, I'm sorry, sixth working group around on-chain bootcamp where we are looking to launch We Own Network. And this is a sprawling Google Doc. I'm actually going to, we've got a lot of tabs going on here. I'm going to actually copy this link and share this with you all if you want to follow along. Here is the link to the Google Docs. So, link to Google Docs and putting this in the live stream real quick for everybody. So I'm not going to unpack what day 64 means. You can find that in the home tab up here. And I'm going to go ahead and collapse the teams and brand section. And again, this is 2025 week 11. And this is our American Dream campaign. This is our third conversation around the American Dream campaign. And this is a templated agenda that we have. Going to always talk about our FELG culture, fun, earning, learning, and giving. So this is again the American Dream campaign. And looking over here on the American Dream campaign, this Google Docs will organize our campaign, the American Dream, to launch We Own Network in March 2025. Our first IRL in real life on-chain bootcamp event will be in Boulder, Colorado on March the 20th. And looking at the goals tab here, this is some of the things that we're working to cross off. We spent a good amount of time last night working on our tokenomics wheel, and I'm actually going to update this here real quick because I'm going to call this a tokenomics wheel and not tokenomics because this is an ongoing flow of value, which is very different than a normal tokenomics. And that's why that the wheel, you think about going around, it's a circular economy that we're creating. I'm not going to unpack that right now, but I just wanted to update that so that it reflects within our document. And I don't know if I'll need to update this. But anyway, these are some of the deliverables. And I'm going to go ahead and check this off the list because we did spend a good amount of time. Well, I'm actually going to leave it there because I still need to create the splits. But anyway, going back to our mega Google document, the question that I want to spend some time on, and I'll put this forward here, where do we post our event? And before we talk about this, I want to see if there's anything that I am Lotus or Tyler can add to what we want to discuss during tonight's working group.
I um I think we should just go through where we are and on AI agents and how the next thing that people can do or the next thing that we're doing to create people's AI agency.
That's good. I would really prefer to, if we could, focus on a marketing driven effort because this is part of a campaign that we're working towards, and the delivering the AI agency, I think, is a little different scope of opportunity than around a marketing campaign.
Okay, sounds good.
So we were having a little bit of side conversations about an event here. Well, and this is an IRL on-chain bootcamp, a 2-hour event. And we've had a little bit of conversations around that. Um, Eventbrite, I think, is a great place to post our event. And did we have any of these conversations before within this document? I'm only seeing one of one here on Eventbrite, so I'm going to have to say, guess not. Where was that we were having that side thought, Tyler? It seemed like that there was something that we'd made note of. Is it in this document? Oh, it is right here. Platforms that we want to have our event posted on. Well, I'm just going to cross this off the list because it looks like we already did a lot of stuff on that. So,
The thing on Eventbrite was we just wanted to have all the funnels open for all the channels.
yeah, well, it like I said, it looks like that we already had a good amount of conversation on this. So let's actually just work on this right here. And let's see. This is the thought process is to create a funnel methodology that can potentially get organic visitors to our webinar. So I'm not sure. I'm let me see. Let me just go to Luma. Luma. And I've got a decent amount of calendars on Luma. So Luma, I don't see a Yonks team calendar. And again, part of the reason for doing this is to create a replicable model. So I'm actually going to go to yonksteam.eth, and this is a separate profile, yonks.team. And let me go to Luma. So sign in, and I'm going to see about signing in with Google, yonksteam.eth, continue, skip. Welcome to Luma. So it doesn't look like I've created a profile before, just did that. You saw how easy that was. What was that? Literally 5 or 10 seconds. This is one of the things that we need to work towards creating such a seamless experience when people are onboarding with our community. So anyway, calendars. Let's actually create a calendar, and we're going to call this Yonks Team. And blue is my favorite color. Public URL, Yonks Team. Create calendar. Wow, look, I created a calendar. That was another 5 seconds here. So, and adding an event, let's create a new event. And this is where we're going to create an approval required, but this is going to be our we own AI agents, and I can update this later. We own AI agents, and I might even have this on my clipboard here somewhere. Oh yeah, right here. Here we go. We own AI agents at hackerhouse.net, bootcamp, IRL. So this is March the 20th, and our time slot is 4:30 to 6:30 Mountain Time. And I'm not going to put in any more details in here, and it is going to be require approval. Create event. Okay, here we go. Look, we already have the event created. So event page. And I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to delete this. Where do we post our event? See goals tab in the American Dream Google Doc. Okay, so Luma event. So here is the link to our Luma event. And one of the things that I have to do is add myself as a host. So I'm actually going to go add myself as a admin to the calendar. So let me go in here to the settings and admins. And I'm going to add myself as an admin, jason.yonker@gmail.com. And the thing that's great about my email being all over the dark webs is it doesn't really matter. So add admins. Oh, there I am. Awesome. All right. So now I can come in and administrate the calendar. Let me just open this in another tab and I'm going to add myself. And let's see here, manage. And I'm going to add myself as a host. Let's see, add host. Here's me as the host. So I'm also going to do let's see here, event page. And I'm going to add this to the AI agents.box calendar. Here is our AI agents.box, which redirects to our link tree. And here is our Luma event here. So this is how easy it is to add an event, add existing Luma event. And you can see here, well, I actually need to add both of these. This is I don't know if I did this one right here. Um, Add a tag. This is the event that we're on, American Dream. And this is something that I didn't do earlier. On-chain bootcamp, working group, and we own network. Add event. So now I'm going to add the we own agents at Hacker House. And this is also a we own network. And this is a on-chain bootcamp. And I don't think I've got Boulder in here. Go ahead. I see you
Yeah, I
have your
have a
mic open, Ivy
question.
Lotus.
So you're
Sure.
saying that when you create an event, you can share it with your other tabs,
Yeah, other calendars. It's very
calendar.
easy.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's one of the huge like value propositions of um, Luma is it's very easy to add an external event. And there's different ways that we're going to characterize our external events because one of the things that we're actually planning to do with this event is reflect it on Unlock Protocol. And that's probably something that we should go through here tonight. So I'm creating a Boulder, Colorado, because this is a Boulder, Colorado event. And let's see if Hacker House, we've got a Hacker House tag. So but yeah, that's how easy it was to add and let me do a refresh here on our Luma calendar. So here, and I need to, of course, change the image. But as you can see here, this is on the yonksteam.eth calendar, and that was something that just created over here. Let me actually go to this event. So this is on the Yonks Team calendar. And the reason that this is important is because this will create some workflow. Now, our events workflow is going to change substantially because we're building our own ecosystem at 3Win Social and um, but that's still a work in progress. Right now, we have to use the tools that we have because I'm not expecting 3Win Social to be a viable dynamic. But yeah, so here's that event on the Yonks Team calendar, and that's something that just went through during this brief session here tonight. Was created our Yonks Team calendar on Luma, and then also created the Luma event. So the real event that we're wanting to create though is with Unlock Protocol and not necessarily the event because what we're wanting to create is the We Own Network bundle and we will also create an event on Unlock Protocol, and that's one of the things that I need to decide on what that looks like from NFT and workflow dynamic. But anyway, let me move this window back in here on our tabs. So just crossing stuff off the list, Luma event from the event host. So let me go back to that calendar real quick. So event page and copy this link here and edit, apply. So this is where I was talking about unlock protocol. And the thoughts on Eventbrite is I think that there's actually some opportunity for us to do some centralization around Eventbrite. And I'm not going to unpack all of the reasons why, but part of the goal with this on-chain boot camp is for it to become a hybrid event. Right now, we're only having it as an IRL. We're absolutely going to have that captured via some recording methodology, but it probably won't be as polished as future events. And this is one of the things that we're wanting to build towards a more inclusive uh, event format surrounding. So anyway, let's see here. Facebook, LinkedIn. So let's talk about LinkedIn. Let me go to LinkedIn. And going to our We Own network. So let's do a create in event. And this is going to be an in-person. And let me just copy and paste the event description here. Start date, March the 20th. 4:30, and end time is 6:30 p.m. Save. Boulder, Colorado. Venue, use LinkedIn registration form. Speakers, I'm going to add myself as a speaker. Next. What do you want to talk about? I don't know if I need. We are currently planning, let me see, our first We Own Agents Bootcamp in Boulder, Colorado. More details to come soon. This is a free event for We Own Network members. Okay, so post. Finish setting up your event. Set up event. So here's our official event that we just created. And let me throw a link in here. So let me get this on document here. So LinkedIn. And I still need to add some details on this stuff for sure. And Eventbrite, this is and this is where like the big thing that we're going to need to do is to create some workflow, because like here, this LinkedIn event, this was created on We Own Network. And I think that there's some value in creating these events on We Own Network, because like one of the things that we can definitely know that we need 150 followers. We Own Network is a very fresh page. It only has 3 followers. Let me actually just grab this link in here. Please follow us on LinkedIn, and here's that event. One of the things that I do want to show is here the other day, and this is basically a follow-up conversation during our iLocal FYI, where we talked about our funds. And the conversations around this are going to move pretty quickly, but here's some showcase pages created. And you can see here funds, land, food, AI agents, hacker house, and the one that don't have on here yet is energy. And we've had lots of conversations about building out distributed energy resources, becoming a virtual power plant. And this is one of the mechanisms that we're going to create in our circular economy model to really proliferate some of these things that we're talking about by creating these fund mechanisms. But this is kind of a tangential to the American Dream, the campaign. So right now we're creating some events and so that we can have some workflow to build towards, because let's be honest, uh, building towards an event on LinkedIn, and really the thoughts here is not to promote the event, because the event, as mentioned on the LinkedIn post, is only for our We Own Network members. And let me see how that this shows up. This is a free event for We Own Network members. So that's pretty clear there. Get up to 86 more clicks by boosting this event. This is something you were talking about, I Am Lotus, on Facebook. I would rather pay to boost events on LinkedIn. I personally think that we'll get a higher caliber of audience on LinkedIn than we will on Facebook. But one of the flip sides that might be slightly negative is that some of the people that we're wanting to attract to our Boulder event are the 18 to 21-year-old people. And I think most of us can probably agree that people of that young age professionally, it's a smaller list of people that may have a presence on LinkedIn. Now, I might be assumptive here. I might not know. I might not have a good pulse on that, because I have kids that are adult kids, adult children that are older than that, are 18 to 21-year-old demographic for people that could potentially stay in Hacker House in our cohort model. But anyway, besides these other things, events.xyz for Unlock Protocol, Eventbrite, and Facebook, is there any other place that we really need an event, or is this good enough for right now? You have any thoughts on that, I Am Lotus? I hear Tyler talking to Brooke upstairs, so I'm not sure how much that she's going to be able to chime in.
Um, I think it's a good start for right now. We can always add later on if we think we're not getting any response or any traction. Um, I just don't know uh, which one would be good.
Yeah, and
Mm.
and that's fair, because like when you talk about which one is good, it takes some cycles here. Now, one of the goals that we're looking to put in place is automating or working towards automating some of this workflow to make this, instead of a manual process, using a AI agency. And that's absolutely one of the things that we're going to be building towards. Speaking of AI agents, is exactly that. So I like the Luma event, and now this is for the event, and I'm going to put in here on uh, 20th of March 2025, because really the other opportunity is to have webinars between now, and we literally only have less than 10 days, because this is Monday. So we're going to have like 9 days tomorrow to put together a strategy. So this is where I need to spend some time, thoughts around this Yonks team invitation to join We Own Network in March of 2025. I think that this is something that we can use as a stepping stone towards building more of a funnel. And that's one of the other tools that we're working to put in place, that has more of a full-blown marketing suite of tools, commonly referred to as a CRM, like a customer relations management solution. So the blog post is, I think, a easier thing to put in place, and that's something that's going to work on here this week as well. Okay, so let's see. I'm just looking through this list, create advertising campaigns, and right now, leaning towards focusing on LinkedIn. And I'm going to actually deprioritize next door here real quick. Move it down this list. So one of the things that we could potentially do tonight during our working group is, let's see. So let me actually just summarize this real quick. Created Yonk's Team Luma calendar and event for 20th of March 2025. And this is something that we definitely need to have more details on, because right now there's not any details on this at all. So this is something that I'll work on cleaning up in between our conversation here tomorrow. One of the other things too that I need to bring up here, let me see. So this is the Pizza Dough proposal recipe. So here's a recipe for getting some dough from the Pizza Mafia, plus a list of tips on how to curry favor with the Familia. Only Pizza Dough NFT holders can submit Pizza Dough proposals. So I am a Rare Pizza NFT holder, and if you don't have one, you can get one at rarepizzas.com or ask a holder to sponsor your proposal. So this is something that gonna go through and do. I'm not sure if we should do that. Let's see. And I'm not sure if there was a separate one. We'll take a look at this here. I'll take a look, because it seemed like that this was a for some reason I thought it was a different category of stuff. But yeah, the goal is to get Pizza Dough to sponsor the upcoming event, and this is one of the things that I'm really excited to put forward, is creating more of a circular dynamic with the We Own Pizza Club, and some of the ways that we're going to be slicing the proverbial pie with our We Own Network membership. So anyway, coming back here to our things that need to be done. One of the things that I was seeing here is shortlist potential, and I'm going to change this from vet to shortlist potential hackerhouse.net potential participants. And I don't think I like the word expose. Increase visibility about our model towards potential investors and our underlying vision for hackerhouse.net. And I'm going to just put in here parentheses, targeting a 4-month AI consultancy cohort, apprenticeship model, fall of 2025 semester. Okay. And I'm going to finalize on webinar date and times. I'm going to bump this up here. So we haven't talked about this. This is something that we should talk about, because I think that we should really begin with what webinar date and times that we want to do before we create the advertising campaign. Because I'm actually going to bump this up here too. to here like this. Finalize on webinar date and times. Is this something that you have any thoughts on, Tyler? And I see that she just chimed in a can't talk, so that's all good. So let me see here. I'm going to open up the 3Win DAO Google Calendar. Okay. Okay, so taking a look here, I was thinking on, and it might be a push, but on Saturday, and I'm going to open up my own calendar in another window here. So let's see. I'm gonna target getting here on Sunday or Saturday at 4 in the afternoon, and I'm gonna put this for a half an hour. Hold uh, webinar webinar Yonk's team. And let's put in here the We Own AI agents. Save. And let's see. I'm going to duplicate this for Sunday. Save. And I'm also going to put one here on. Oh, let me just duplicate this again. Duplicate for 9 p.m. So this is putting a really tight time crunch on here where we would have only several days to execute an advertising strategy to get people here for this weekend. But in order to make this happen, um, and and the thoughts are is to go to a, let's see, similar schedule on, but thinking of making it, um, and I'm going to go back to this duplicate, and I'm going to make it 9 a.m. Monday, save. Oh, I don't think I got the date right. Edit. So that's the 17th, save. And I'm going to come back and duplicate this one. Duplicate. So the thoughts is to do a 949 on the early next week. And let me duplicate this one. Duplicate. Save. Okay. So 949, and I think that's something that can duplicate here for Tuesday and Wednesday. Duplicate. Tuesday. Duplicate. Duplicate. And I'm going to copy this over to Wednesday. So how many webinars does this give us? I am Lotus. 9 here. 10, 11, 12. 12 webinars.
So they can choose which one they want to go in. Is that how it's set up?
Yeah, and this is where like I'm wanting to have each of these be on Luma, and this is where, we're still trying to figure out what we want the workflow to look like as far as because it may make more sense, like Facebook ads, for example, or LinkedIn ads, the opportunity to have these events there locally, because I think that you might get amplified traction within those platforms if you're not trying to have the people leave the platform, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, I don't really care if they sign up for the event on LinkedIn, Luma, or wherever. The goal is to get the people to open up their wallet and join what we're building as a paid member of We Own Network at a $47 price point. And then the thoughts is, if people don't feel that they get their value out of attending our on-chain boot camp, this may not be for them, and if they want to get their money back, that would be something, because I really want people to be in our ecosystem that love what we're building, and I'm really excited about what we're building, and want other people to be excited as well. So that's kind of the thoughts on that.
So the content of our webinar is mostly explaining to them what we're doing,
Yeah,
right?
and you think about, yeah, and bringing it back to the American Dream campaign, kind of the thoughts is to ask a question via some social platform. Is the American Dream dead? And, whether it's a quiz or some sort of short video or whatever the case, because I think that this is a culturally significant thing that we can and should talk about. And I think that with how that we're building our AI agency model, I absolutely believe that our AI agency model can fulfill the American dream through like one of the most exciting technological evolutions of my entire life. So looking at the time, I'm actually going to we created finalize on webinar date and times. Let me put on here. Let me capture this in a bullet point manner. So put one on here. And was there a reason that I didn't do 9 p.m. on Saturday? Let me actually take a look here. I'm actually going to do one for Saturday at 9 p.m.
So if this is IRL, you
No,
are
no.
going.
The webinar will not be IRL. The only
Okay.
thing that's going to be IRL is the 2-hour boot camp on March the 20th.
But they're priced the same. It's $47.
So the boot camp is free. In
Oh,
order to attend the boot camp, they have during one of the webinars or after the webinar, they need to onboard as a paid We Own Network member.
and how much is that?
That's the $47. That's the
Okay.
bundle. Going back over here to the post
So the
on
webinar, we're also uh,
yeah, the
introducing the
web
bundle to them.
yeah, that's the entire premise of the webinar, is to promote the We Own Network bundle. And here's the post on and let me throw a link in here, copy message link, and I'll throw this in I actually need to make this over here on our common ground. This is our common ground. Let me pop this out real quick. Open. So I'll create a post here with the We Own Network bundle in the American Dream channel. Where did the common ground go? So here's a link. Here's the link, the web link to Common Ground, and I'll throw this in Restream for everybody. Oh. Link to our new American Dream channel on Common Ground. And I'll summarize the American Dream or the We Own Network bundle here in the American Dream channel on that. And I'll probably put a because this Google Docs here, the American Dream. Let me actually put a new tab, rename bundle. And this is something that I'll put the details in here of the bundle as well, so that it's in multiple places, so that it's very clear and noteworthy for people of what that is included. And again, like we're really wanting to bring so much value to what we're building here that people are like, I can't believe that you all are giving this away for $47. This is like life-changing information, because I absolutely believe that it is. And that's one of the things that we're looking to build into our AI agency model. But as you know, I am Lotus. I can talk about this stuff all day long, all night long. That's one of the reasons that love this Zoom and live stream format. So Saturday, this is the 15th, is that? March 15th? 15th, March 2025. And this is 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. EDT. Sunday, 16th March 2025. Same time frames. Monday, Tuesday, and let me just do this. Saturday and Sunday. Sunday, March 15th, 16th. And this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 11 a.m., 6 p.m., and 11 p.m. And let me actually just do this like this here. And that's March 17th to 19th, 2025. Okay, so I'm going to put a little comment here. Created placeholders on 3win.dao, Google Calendar. Need to create the underlying events on Luma or wherever else, or whatever platform. Comments. Because again, the goal isn't where people register. The goal is to get them on the webinar and expose them to the information and hopefully get them excited about what we're building so that they onboard and join our community of cooperative ownership here through We Own in 2025. All right, well, we only have 3 minutes left. Continue to get things done. What are your closing thoughts for us tonight? I am Lotus.
I think we did a whole lot today, and that is good, moving the needle forward. And looking forward to how many, like what Tyler said, who will be trickling in, who will be attracted to our campaign.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to create a We Own AI Agents on-chain boot camp that other people can follow. That's really the goal, the mission, the vision here, and that's the very first thing for a very real reason. Create a template slash model that other on-chain ambassadors can replicate in any city, any town, any country to create local impact. All right. Well, on that note, I'm going to stop the screen share here. Want to always be respectful of everybody's time. And on that note, goodbye. And I'm going to let you leave everybody with some closing thoughts. I am Lotus.
See y'all next time.